Get ready for healing vibrations because this Cancer full moon is going to warm your heart. In this video, I'm going to give you an overview of what this full moon is all about in a general sense, and then give a more specific rundown of what this full moon means for your sign. And at the very end, there will be some important dates to watch for this holiday season. A few big things happening with planets that you're going to want to be in the know about. Our last full moon of 2023 is happening on December 26th at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So this is a very holiday full moon. This is going to be in effect on Christmas Day, on Christmas Eve. We're going to feel it for 5 days leading up to the moon and a few days after as well. You'll feel it for a couple of weeks, but really it will be strong around Christmas Day and even into New Year's. If you are Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, or Libra at about 0 to 10 degrees, you're gonna feel this full moon the most, but everybody is going to feel a bit of it. And this is just the most heartwarming moon we've had in a while. Cancer is all about home and family, and this full moon has beautiful healing rays from Jupiter. Jupiter is a planet that brings optimism, healing, perspective. It is abundant and expansive, and it is in beautiful angles, which is a really positive thing to have right now. There is also an aspect with Neptune that is bringing a bit more illusion, so you want to watch out for that. There could be a tendency towards too much optimism, towards over-inflating things, towards too much fun, too much indulgence, too much giving, too much love. But some of it might just be a bit over the top and not grounded in reality. So watch for that. If you feel like somebody's embellishing something, that is going to be the case, whether they mean to or not. That energy of wanting to embellish and wanting to overdo is running really strong. But Venus too is part of that mix, and Venus is all about pleasure. When it's in a nice aspect to Neptune, this is a wonderful time for creativity, a wonderful time for losing ourselves in the moment and just in the fantasy too. This is such a magical energy to have at Christmas time. When we were all children, there was so much fantasy and expectation and ability to dream and believe, and I think that there's going to be a feel of that in the air. There could be some deception, so just watch for that, and of course the overindulgence too. Mars and Mercury are together at this time, and that means that our words could have a little more passion and aggression and assertiveness. This isn't a holding back and reserved energy. This is letting it all out and not really caring where the chips fall. Mercury is also retrograde, so this is another energy where there's bound to be confusion. What is on our minds and what we think we're expressing is not what that other person is receiving. So be careful of that the words that we say might not land the way we expect onto other people. And that could be a real blessing or not work out so well. Regardless of the outcome of that, I do think that when we have an energy like this and words are meant to come out, we're meant to have a few slips, we're meant to maybe create some chaos and confusion in the process, because when we break through that afterwards and we try to gain clarity, we end up getting much deeper into what's actually going on. Our ability to say what's on our mind might not be so smooth. Regardless, this is a time to just express and have fun. A full moon in Cancer is about nurturing. It is nurturing ourselves. It's our inner world. It's our families. And on the other side of Cancer, we have Capricorn on the axis. And Capricorn is more about it's more Scrooge-like. It's repressed, it's stingy, it's cold, it's calculated. Cancer is warm and loving and fruitful, abundant. With a Cancer full moon, there is likely, and Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn, also having some conversations with this moon, there is likely to be a balancing act between expression of love, compassion, nurturing, and understanding, heartfelt words, and being a bit more reserved, calculated, buttoned up. Capricorn is more about an image than the heart. It's about progress more than compassion. So where can you balance those two energies right now with your family, with your friends, with what's going on in your internal world? Is progress overriding your ability to find love and creativity and nurturing for yourself, for other people? Where can we find space to create more warmth? So keep this nurturing warmth in mind. Keep, just like all of the Christmas movies this season, what really matters is family and connection, and how can we keep that at the heart of some of the boisterousness and amplification of opinions that might show up around this full moon. Now I'm going to give more detail for what this moon means for your sign, but before I do that, a huge heartfelt thank you to everybody who is watching, liking, subscribing, leaving comments. It really means so much. If you're enjoying this video, please hit that like and subscribe button and let me know how you're doing in the comments below. I love reading them and commenting. Now let's get in to more info about your sign. Hi Aries. This full moon is in your 4th house of home, family, your inner world, and you're going through a energy with focusing on yourself and any wounds that you have related to who you are as a person, as an individual, and it's connected to where you came from and your home life. How can you break free from any stereotypes that have been placed on you from the way that you were raised? That's the process that's happening right now and for the rest of the year with the North Node in your sign. You're going through eclipse season with, not right now, but over in the bigger sense. The next eclipses come up in March and April, and then again in the fall. But they are speaking to transformation around self and other. Aries generally embodies self quite well. You're very self-assured and aware of maybe there is more room for self-awareness. Even though you're good at asserting yourself, there might be pieces of yourself that you are seeing for the first time with this journey. And it's connected to your significant partnerships. There's a lot of blessings right now with your resources and your partner's resources. This can involve intimate connections and how you engage in intimacy with your partner, how much energy you give and how much energy they give. Where is that give and take, but in that more intimate, deep way of bonding? So that could be more expression around who you are as a person. I think that's one of the things that makes people feel the most bonded and deeply connected to others, is when we deeply understand what's going on in the psychology and the inner world of another person. So I see you diving into that with your partner and significant people in your life. And it's about expressing your beliefs in the world, your unique perspectives. You're going to be feeling really passionate about talking about spiritual topics potentially. This could involve, in a more practical sense, foreign places, foreign topics, a culture that's different than yours, and trying to understand what that's all about. Maybe you're in a you're joining a family for Christmas that has a different practice than you, a different culture, a different way of celebrating the holidays, and you're trying to find this balance between expressing your perspectives and culture around Christmas and also really welcoming in that of someone else's. And travel could be something that's going on at this time, long distance, short distance, focus on escape and retreat for you too. And there's a lot of attention on you right now with the sun in your 10th house. So with this stuff all going on, I see that there's a lot of attention on you in general. This is an opportunity to be heard and to express yourself because people are listening, and that gives you an opportunity to, I think, express more when the attention is on you. There's just more space for that. So I hope that all of this attention is a lot of fun for you, Aries. I definitely see a lot of intimacy growing, a lot of opportunity for perspectives to merge and perspectives maybe to have conflict as well. And you might not even see that your perspectives are creating conflict because there's some very hidden behind the scenes in your blind spot energy with Neptune and Saturn. But regardless, this is definitely a time to express whether your words land or not. You'll figure that out in the process. The important dates to watch out for are Mercury retrograde. So that started December 13th and it runs all the way until January 2nd, 2024. So not a time for big purchases, signing important contracts. If you can wait for any important details, wait until January 2nd. And keep in mind that communication can be a bit confusing. Things are not always as they seem and bound to look a little different when Mercury goes direct again on January 2nd. December 30th is the big one that I'm looking most forward to. Jupiter goes direct, and Jupiter brings optimism, faith, hope. It is an expansive planet and expands whatever it touches. So wherever Jupiter is in your chart, you are bound to start experiencing momentum and blessings. The big date to look forward to is January 20th when Pluto enters Aquarius. It has mostly been in Capricorn since 2008, and it will do another short visit from September 1st, 2024 until November 19th, 2024. And then for 20 years, it is going to be in Aquarius, and you are going to hear a lot more about that one. So stay tuned. So have fun with it all, Aries. Have a wonderful holiday, and I'll see you next time.